Look at this. Listen. Yeah, I love the beach. Well, finally, it's been 4 days. 4 days of rain. We had that storm coming up out of the Gulf that has really been something. I mean, it's been carrying on like crazy here in St. Augustine, kind of catching that side lobe of it, but getting some heavy rain. And after 4 days, I'm finally getting to go and do my bike ride on the beach, and I'm excited about that. And I think Joan and I are going to go out and do some fun things south of the beach. Maybe do a little touring today. Maybe not. Today may not be a beach day. First of all, I'm going to go see if we can drive the truck out there, and you'll see in a bit. We get kind of some sugary sand here that's kind of hard to navigate without a four-wheel drive, and I don't have a four-wheel drive. But my friend number 50, I'm gonna get that coated on. Look, Joan and I were worshipers of the sun. Loved it, and still do. We don't, do the laying out thing like we used to. We've done a lot of that. And now, unfortunately, we both are paying the price of that. Joan's had a couple basil things cut off that aren't too scary, but scary enough. And then you might have noticed in some of my videos, I've got here, I'll show you. I've got this thing here. You see that? Runs from the ear. I don't know if it's showing up on the video. Hair all the way down. Ugly, huh? Yeah, that happened December of 18. I went in for a yearly skin check, and they found a little something under the ear and said, "Oh, we don't think it's anything. Don't worry about it. But we'll do the test anyway and just make sure it's okay." And it was the M. Yep, it was the punch in the gut. It was melanoma. I was very, very fortunate. If you love the sun like Joan and I do, I won't get into a lot of details here, but if you love the sun like Joan and I do, use this stuff. This wasn't around when we were growing up, and now I'm paying the price for it. So fortunately, after they cut this thing out about the size of a tennis ball, and then I had a lot of plastic surgery, we're better now, and hadn't had any more reoccurrences. Go in and get checked out every 90 days or something like that, and then I use this stuff like crazy. But anyway, we still enjoy the beach, and we do the tent thing, and we use a lot of this. And I'm going to do a big bike ride this morning. I'm going to get all protected up, and we're going to have fun. So come on, let me take you down the beach. I think you'll see this as a fun place to ride a bike, and actually a fun place to go out and hang out. It really is a bike-friendly area when you look at it. It's you got bike lanes and you got nice sidewalks. It's gonna be a little noisy till we get down to the beach. May pick up some wind noise here today. We'll see how this goes. But coming out of Ocean Grove, if you notice right down here at the end, there's a stoplight, and you can push the button to cross the street, and then there's a road that goes right down to the beach. Couple things of interest. You're within walking distance of the hurricane. There it is. They haven't opened up yet. Great place to just come out and hang out, and then come down to Kookaburra to get your coffees and your espressos. And all right, we made it across A1A, and this is the road down to the beach access. And you see all the pretty condos that are around here. That's Ocean Club 1 and 2. And one of the things that you don't see much here at St. Augustine that I really like is you don't see all the big high-rises like you do in a lot of beach towns now, unfortunately. And the access down here is fantastic. I am seeing cars go down here. I think they're letting us drive on the beach again. We'll see. We have made it to St. Augustine Beach. The roads, the path down through here is fantastic. Nice and hard packed. We'll be able to get the ton down here with no trouble whatsoever. I'm excited about that. I love St. Augustine Beach. It's one of my favorites. Jonah and I have been coming down here for years and years. And we have the whole crew coming. Yep, all the J's. All the J's. You'll meet them. It's a wild bunch. We have so much fun. Ranking from the oldest, Joel, well, me and Joan, okay, of the crew. Joel, and then all the way down to little Jilly Beth and all the J's in between. Here's the dunes. You know, they take a lot of pride in keeping these natural and protecting the habitat for the turtles that come up. You can see the little fences up there where the turtles go or have been. And look at this. Ah, the beach. I've missed you. There's a lot of folks here. It looks like regular St. Augustine, and I mean, there's tons of folks. And everybody's having a great time. Got the tents up, kids on the bikes. When we come down here, we spend the day, and this is the way you spend the day at St. Augustine. You got your tents, you got your coolers, and basically we are just parked till 7:30 when they close the gates. And I love coming down here where high tide's being. You see, I'm not the only one that's been walking and riding a bike this morning. Oh my gosh, Joan, we've got to get the truck and head down here. This is awesome. Fun, fun. Well, if you do drive your vehicle down here, car, truck, whatever you've got, they do have areas that you can check that are two-wheel drive safe. And then there are those that might even be four-wheel drive safe. It gets kind of sugary as you get further down the beach, going toward Crescent. And this is one of the outflows here. So it's one way. So if you go in one way, you're going back out down the road. But I've checked this out, and it's packed super hard. Now I'm seeing two-wheel drives down this way. It does get kind of sugary as you get a little further down the road. I'll put a map here and just kind of show you the entrance points. If you want to pull your wagon and your bike down here, it costs you nothing to get on the beach. And then just a couple bucks to bring your vehicle. But look at this. Listen. Yeah, I love the beach. I'm not the only one having fun. All right, I was going to get back up here on the main road, but the wind's so mild, I'm going to go back the way I came. It's just too pretty to leave today. Well, we made it back to Ocean Grove. That was a good ride on the beach. Again, I've said it a couple times. One more time. I love St. Augustine Beach. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take you on a quick ride through of Ocean Grove. Now, I've got a very detailed campground review of Ocean Grove. I'm going to put it up here in the links. I can't point to it because I have my hands on the bar. But let's ride up here and let me just give you a quick preview, and then look at that link if you want to see, you know, all that Ocean Grove has to offer. Joan and I kind of call this our Florida escape. We love it down here. Lots and lots and lots of pull-throughs here, which makes it very big rig friendly. You know, 45 foot, no problem. And then you've got the smaller ones. All types. We saw a big 45 foot come through. And oh, look, I recognize that one. See it? That's the Driving and Vibing crew. They've snuck off down here. How about that? Morning, y'all. And then these are like what they call just the regular sites. Anything paved is called a premium. And I'll take you quickly up here to the marsh views. Those are your higher priced, but they're nice. One of the things that I like about this, if you want to do this as a family outing and you're a camper and you've got family that's not, they have these, they call them park models. A lot of these are rentable. And they've got them everything from up here on the marsh to in the middle and toward the front. All kinds of price ranges. Again, down in my description, I'll put a link to Ocean Grove so you can see what their rate sheets are. What I like about this as far as a beach campground, you know, some folks will make a comment, oh my gosh, they're so close. Not for a beach campground. You can see here, see how far the awnings are from everybody, and you've got a picnic space. For a beach campground, an East Coast beach campground, and let me even take that further, for a Florida East Coast campground, it's kind of rare. And so you do have a lot of space, and you've got these nice paved areas, keep from tracking sand in all over the place. Here, I'll drive down here. Here's the marsh that you can come to. Fantastic sunsets. I'll show you one before we leave. The marsh views are absolutely spectacular. And then, you know, folks come up here and fish or drop off their boat or come over here and have a little picnic area. You know, bring your beverage of choice. Order pizza. Well, if Ocean Grove is an option, you know, again, I kind of gave you the quick tour here just to see, you know, close to the pool, back at the marsh. Again, check out that link that I provided if you want to see, you know, some real details here about this very, very nice campground. And then, you know, you're just minutes. You saw just you could almost walk. I guess you could walk, or you can take your truck or just ride your bike down to the beach. If you walk or ride your bike, it's free, no cost. And if you take a vehicle and you're out-of-state resident, it's $10 for the whole vehicle to get in there and spend the whole day. Gosh, you can't beat that, can you? Well, one of the fun things that we like to do is going down here to Flagler Beach. It's about, I don't know, maybe 20-ish minutes south, like you're going toward Daytona Beach. And we go to this place, I think it's called the Golden Lion. Remember what the name of it was?
I don't remember what the name of it was.
I think it's the Golden Lion. We'll clean it up.
But they do, whatever it is, they do have wonderful oysters.
Raw oysters. So that's one of the fun things about it. So on Saturdays, and we checked, and even though, you know, COVID-19 is still lingering about down here, it looks like they've opened up for full business again. They got live music and they got raw oysters. And here's the trick about this place. From I think 2 to 5, it's a half price off on their oysters, their raw oysters. We're going to go down and we're going to eat a bunch. And then I think they got some adult beverage specials too that will behave. But this is Little Flagler. There's not a whole lot to Flagler. It's basically built on the side of the ocean, isn't it?
Yeah.
And a hurricane about 3 years ago just about washed it away, but they've done a really good job coming back. There's a campground down here called Beverly Beach that people talk about. It is way out of our price range. You can look it up on the internet if this is something that you would like to do, but
it's right on the beach.
It's right on the beach.
You can sit in your camper and see the waves coming.
Yeah, you can. No pool or anything like that, but it's either beach access or not beach access. It's a small campground. But wow, is it expensive? But I guess, you know, you're paying for that, and it's just out of our range. But it's Beverly Beach, I believe it is. And what I'll do is down in the description here, I'll put a link to it so you can check it out if you want to spend that kind of money. This is Flagler, Little Flagler Beach, and you can see you can see all the little businesses. Now we're coming up on the Golden Lion here in just a second, and you'll see that here's the winery. We've never been. And the beach is off to the left, and there it is. You'll see all the yellow tops up there. That's the Golden Lion. And that is a fun place to spend an afternoon on Saturday, isn't it, Joni?
It sure is, with the Oyster Bar.
Oyster Bar. We're headed to the Oyster Bar. That's going to be some kind of yummy. Now, let's see if we can find us some parking. That is a challenge. We looked up and found some public parking over there. I was wondering there for a while, wasn't you, Joan?
Yeah.
Look at Joan's new bob she got. Don't she look sporty? That long hair got hot, didn't it?
It sure did.
Got her a fancy new do. Look at that. Joan and her fancy do. So, I don't know. We're right here at the corner, and it looks like the Golden Lion is rocking and rolling today. So we'll see. So I'll just give you a tip. If you can't find parking on the street, which with the big gray wonder we can't do it, they've got parking over here right by the Golden Lion. But they've had rain last night, and it is more like Lake Golden Lion. You probably want to stay away from that. But if you look over there, that is the spot. Here we go. Well, we made it.
We made it.
We made it in.
Absolutely right.
I wasn't sure we were going to be able to find a parking place. But we found one.
We did.
It wasn't too
6
far.
miles up the road, but we found it.
It wasn't 6 miles. This is a fun place. We'll show you what we've got coming. We've got a dozen raw oysters each. We love us some raw oysters. And the beverages have already showed up at the table, and some fried calamari is coming. I'll show you this. We've got a little bit of live music. So a little live music over there in the background. That makes it fun when we come here. And he's good. I can't, copyright issues. I can't show you all the other stuff. I'll do a kind of a slow pan of where we're sitting. There's a big Tiki Bar and a whole bunch of other stuff, but let me show you what this looks like. Entrance from the road, and I showed you that earlier. There's the guy that's playing his music, and then if you want to go upstairs and sit on the deck, you can go up there. And then back in the back, you can actually sit at the raw bar. They have oysters and clams and all that kind of stuff that's here. We're going to do the oyster thing. And you can barely see over there, they've got a Tiki Bar. There's the Tiki Bar. And then what's really nice is out there, there's the beach. And we have got this incredible, incredible ocean breeze coming in while we sit here and eat. And it is some kind of amazing. Raw oysters. Would you look at this? Oh my gosh. $13 a dozen. We got 2 dozen, and we may get 2 more.
Yeah.
Incredible. All right, we'll show you the damage in a minute. First, we got to do all the necessary. Yes, of course we do. Get us some good old Tabasco on here. Oh my gosh, Joan's already halfway through hers. Girl, I got to catch up. How's yours, Joni?
Mine's good.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Isn't that something?
Yeah, because sometimes, it could be like, okay, that sentence alone is one thing.
Man, is that some kind of good. 1 dozen down, another dozen to go.
Already ordered.
And now the calamari has showed up.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Trayvon. Appreciate it, man. Everything's awesome. Well, the damage has been done. There's my dozen. Calamari's halfway gone. And Joan smiles as she's getting ready to nail hers. She don't want me to show you her eating her oyster. Go ahead, Joan. Go for it. Yeah, yay, Joni! We got another dozen coming apiece. Yum. Now, right across from the Golden Lion, this is the beach. We had an incredible breeze sitting outside. Oh, look at this. Now, I mentioned that you don't have the deep beaches here, but they're still nice. They've got lifeguards and all that kind of stuff. Big fishing pier down there. You see Flagler Beach. Yeah, it's some kind of pretty. Look at that. And then you can just walk right up from the beach and have a large time. We can't leave Flagler Beach without ice cream. Sally's ice cream. Banana ice cream. Joni said, I'm going to get my ice cream. They said they were small scoops. Are they small scoops?
No, not.
Come on, Joni. Eat some banana ice cream.
I don't think so, but you know, you are so sweet to offer it to
I
me.
know. Jerry's a sweet fellow.
But I have had too many oysters and too many
Calamari.
calamari and
Key lime pie.
key lime pie. I'm set. I am set in a good way.
I'm not. Okay, we have left the Golden Lion. Gosh, that was fun. Wasn't that fun?
Mm-hmm. That was a lot of fun.
Couple dozen oysters apiece.
Some key lime pie.
Key lime pie. Some good calamari.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had some other specials as well that we partake in. But you'll see the beach in the background through the back of the window. It is not too long before the sun starts setting, and we're seeing all the bikers come in to roost. There is a lot of bikers out here today. And this is a crowded little area. So a bunch of folks still out on the beach. Going to try to squeeze out just a few more hours before they have to bail. And we're bailing. We're headed back to Ocean Grove and to St. Augustine, and we're just going to chill for the evening. Wow. I love RV life.
Oh, I do too.